ॐ वक्रतुण्डमहाकाय सूर्यकोटिसमप्रभ निर्विघ्नं कुरु मे देव सर्वकार्येषु सर्वदा। सरस्वती नमस्तुभ्यं वरदे कामरूपिणी विद्यारम्भं करिष्यामि सिद्धिर्भवतु मे सदा। गुरवे सर्वलोकानां विषजे भवरोगिणां निधये सर्वविद्यानां दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति मूर्तिभेदविभागिने व्योमवद्व्याप्तदेहाय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पादं शङ्करं लोकशङ्करम्। साक्षात्कृतं दयानन्दं परमार्थस्वरूपिणं तत्त्वज्ञानप्रशास्तारं प्रणतोऽस्मि परं पदम्। ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। ॐ नमो भगवते वैवस्वताय ऋत्यवे ब्रह्मविद्याचार्याय नचिकेतसे च। द्वितीय अध्यायस्य तृतीयावृत्ति। Please repeat. Read संगति। तूलावधारणेन एव मूलावधारणं वृक्षस्य क्रियते लोके यथा। एवं संसारकार्यवृक्षावधारणेन तन्मूलस्य ब्रह्मणः स्वरूप अवधिधारयिषया इयं षष्ठी वल्ली आरभ्यते। Seen the meaning. I think we have seen the meaning of the mantra also. Few lines of the Bhashyam. Anyway, Tolavadharanena Moolavadharanam. Karya Jnanena Karana Jnanam. Jagat Karyam Brahma Karanam. So Karya Jnanena Karana Jnanam. Jagat is the effect, the karya, and Brahma the karanam. So, as in the case of a vriksha, the karya, the trunk, the branches, the leaves, flowers, which are all visible. And the karanam is the moolam, the root. The root is not visible, but the root is the adhara, even adhara for the vriksha. So, therefore, this jagat is compared to a vriksha for which the adhara, the moolam, the root is Brahma. So, comparing the jagat to a vriksha and the root to Brahma, therefore, karyasya jagataha Brahma karanam yata vrikshasya moola avadharanam kriyate. Katam tula avadharanena tadvateva samsara vrikshasya moolavadharanam. Moolam is Brahma. Brahma avadharanam kriyate. Karya avadharanena. Jagat karya avadharanena. Jagat, that is samsara. Iti avadharayitum yam shashtivalli arabhyate. Avadharayitum ichaya, with the desire to ascertain this shashtivalli arabhyate. Then the mantra urdhvamulo vakshakaha
ऊर्ध्वमूलो वाक्शाखः
येषोऽश्वत्थः सनातनः
येषोऽश्वत्थः सनातनः
तदेव शुक्रं तद्ब्रह्म
तदेव शुक्रं तद्ब्रह्म
तदेवामृतमुच्यते
तदेवामृतमुच्यते
तस्मिन् लोकाश्रिताः सर्वे
तस्मिन् लोकाश्रिताः सर्वे
तु नात्येति कश्चन
तदुनात्येति कश्चन.
We saw that this mantra alone, Vyasacharya, with a little modification, presented in the 15th chapter of the Gita. There also, the context is, the chapter is Purushottama Yoga. Purushanam Uttamaha, that is Ishvara. Purushottama Yoga, that is this Ishvara. Ishvara is being described, is presented as Jagat Karanam, and it is Sarvavyapi. He alone is present in Sarveshu Pranishu. Aham Vaishvanaro Bhutva Praninam Dekhamashitaha. The form of Vaishvanara, I alone is there in all the pranis, and therefore, whatever they consume, I alone is the one who digests. That's all the function of prana, apana, vyana, udana, samana, prana, pano, samakritva, iti. That is why 15th chapter is chanted before Bhojanam. Along with that, we chant after that 4th chapter, 24th shloka also, Gita. Brahmarpanam Brahma Vihi. So idea is everything is Brahma. This Karyam Brahma, this Jagat is Brahma, which is Karyam, that is Brahma, Karyam Brahma. Karanataha na innaha, abhinnaha. So, therefore, if the Ishvara alone, present in all the prani as Antaryami, as Vaishvanaragni, he alone is there. He does all the functions. He is the one who operates behind the Indriyas. He alone who does all the function of prana functions, prana the function, prana apara. So everything is Ishvara. That is the vision. That is what is presented. And he is the Uttama. Therefore, Purushanam Uttamaha. Uttamaha is great. Is great. Is greater in the sense. Is doesn't have limitation. That which is Purnaha. Purna Purushaha. Purusha Purnaha. Purushaha Purnaha. Is Sarvajnaha Sarvavit. And this limited Jiva is not different from this Purna Purushaha. Because there is the sense of alienation, and that is the cause for Parichinnatvam, the limitation. So when the Shastram says that Brahma, Ishvara alone, everywhere, it means he is me also. He is in me and it's me also. So I'm not different from him. So the sense of alienation, the separation, the isolation from the all-pervading Ishvara is removed. So, therefore, there is no yojana, there is no connection. Already it is same. There is Jiva, Ishvara, Aikyam is that Jnanam. That Jnanam makes the Jiva the Parichinna, the Jiva who thinks himself to be a Parichinna, a limited, free, accepts this Purnatvam and free from samsara. So, therefore, here, the same shloka, as I told, this shloka has to be understood properly. This drishtanta here, Ashvatta, Vriksha drishtanta is given, but this drishtanta, the tree is not as it is compared, the tree with its parts. The main parts is, one is Tula, other one is Mula. That is upper part of the tree, that is which is visible, and Mula, which is a root. So root is there and trunk is there. The tree has got two main parts. The upper part which is visible, it is a Karya. And the root which is not visible, it is a Karma. That is compared to this Jagat Brahma. Jagat which is available for your perception, like the trunk, branches, etc. available for your perception. That is Stula. That is Tula. Stula, Tula Vadaranam. And the Mula is the roots which are not visible. Similarly, the root, the Brahma, which is a root for this Jagat, that is not visible. It is Karanatvat, Sukshmatvat. Therefore, it is, this Drishtanta is given. Why Brahma is Durbhigneyatvat, therefore, Shruti again presents Brahma through a Drishtanta, Vriksha Drishtanta. So, and Vriksha, for the Vriksha, the root are the Karanam and the root are below. Literally, they are below. For Karya, the Brahma is a Karanam. There is no below, there is no up, there is no high, there is no location. It is located below or behind or above. But Urdhva Mulaha, we say. Mulaha urdhvam. The roots are above. It means not literally in sense of direction. Above means not in the sense of direction. Above means it is higher, greater, superior. It is sukshmatvam. Karanam ityarthaha. Karanam, that is what mulaha is. Urdhvam, mulaha, urdhva, mulaha. The mula is urdhvam. It is paramarthikam. It is not touched by vyavaharika satta or pratipadhika. It is paramarthika. That is the word urdhvam is. Urdhvam, urdhamulaha. Avak shakaha. Shakaha is branches. The branches are down. That is that which is visible. The branches are the karya. That is the jagat. The samsara, it is available for your perception. Avak shakaha, the branches are down. Therefore, it is available. Down means it is stula. It is karyatvat. It is stula. It is available for your perception. Yeshaha ashvattaha. This ashvattaha, sanatanaha. This ashvatta samsara vriksha is sanatanaha, which is relatively permanent, for which the karanam is above, that is Brahma. And that Brahma is Shukram. Shubram, it is Amrutam. Tad Brahma iti. So Karanam is Brahma, and that Brahma is Shukram, pure, Shubram, and Amrutam, not bound by time. So the cause of the samsara vriksha is Amrutam, into which sarve lokaha ashitaha. Karyam is dependent on Karanam. Without Karanam, Karya doesn't exist. Without the root, the tree doesn't exist. Therefore, Karyam, that Karyam depends on the Karanam. Therefore, Sarve Lokaha, all the 14 lokas, or Ashitaha are dependent on which? Tasmin Brahmani Sarve Loka Ashitaha. So, therefore, this Jagat is compared to a vriksha which have dependent existence on the root, which is Brahma. Minus Brahma, they don't exist. So therefore, this Brahma alone has become this Jagat. Therefore, Brahma Satyam, and this Jagat is Nama Rupa Jagat is Nitya. Therefore, Brahma Atyeti Kaschana Tadanatyeti Kaschana. Nothing transcends. Nothing is above this Brahma. Nothing can be above this Brahma, because it is the Karanam. Therefore, Kaschana Brahmanaha na Atyeti. So, apart from Brahma, nothing exists. That is the meaning. Etat iti. We have seen then the Bhashyam. We'll read. Urdhva Mulaha.
Urdhva Mulaha.
Urdhvam Mulam Yat.
Urdhvam Mulam Yat.
Tad Vishnoho Paramam Padam.
Tad Vishnoho Paramam Padam.
Asya iti.
Asya iti.
Soyam Avyaktadi Stavarantaha.
Soyam Avyaktadi Stavarantaha.
Stavarantaha. Samsarakshaha.
Samsara Vrikshaha.
Urdhva Mulaha.
Urdhva Mulaha.
Urdhva Mulam, Utkrishtam Mulam. Utkrishtam is that which is greater, Utkrishtam, superior, exalted. And that is Vishnoho, Paramam Padam. And that is the Paramam Padam, Paramam Padam is, it is the Padam. Padyate iti Padam. Padyate Gamyate iti Padam. Tat Vishnu Paramam Padam. We have seen that Vishnu Paramam Padam, the previously the mantra. So, this Brahma, which is Sarvavyapi, Vishnu is Vyapi. That Vishnu ho Paramam Padam. Paramam Padam. Paramapadam, that which is of the form, highest nature, highest, Paramam is highest. Its Swarupa being Sat, Chit, Ananda, therefore, and that is all pervasive. Vishtatu, Tat Vishnoho, Vishnuhu, the one who is all pervasive, therefore is Paramam. That Padam, iti Saha Ayam Samsara Vrikshaha, this Samsara Vriksha, Abhyaktadi Stavarantaha, starting from the Abhyakta, unmanifest, up to the Stavaranta. So, for this Samsara Vriksha, the cause, it is Urdhvam, Urdhva Mulaha, and that is Vishnu. What is Vishnu? Here Vishnu is Brahma. Tad Vishnoho Paramam Padam. That is Brahma Padam. Padam is not a place. Padam is Padyate Gamyate. That Brahma, which is to be known, Padyate Gamyate iti Padam, which is to be reached by knowing, not by traveling. It is not a destination to be gained by travel. There is no distance. That is why it is, because it is all pervasive, therefore there is no distance. Therefore, Padyate is Avagamyate. Karanatvat Avagamyate. So therefore, this samsara, for the samsara vriksha, this karanam is Urdhvam Moolam. Utkrishtam Urdhvam. Urdhvam is Utkrishtam. Utkrishtam Moolam. Why it is compared to, the samsara is compared to vriksha? Pashakara says, Vrikshascha
Prashtasha.
Vrashchanat
Vrashchana.
Vineshwaratvat.
Chiraswaratvat.
This samsara, this jagat is compared to a vriksha. Why? Like a vriksha, it is subject to Vrashchanat Vineshwaratva. Vriksha is subject to cutting. Cutting means it's subject to destruction. Similarly, this samsara is also subject to destruction. Subject to destruction, it undergoes all sorts of modification. Jayate, Vartate, Viparinamate, Apakshiyate, Vinashyate iti Shat Bhavaha, Shat Vikara is there. Therefore, it is continuously changing, continuously undergoing change. Therefore, Vinashwaratvat. Vinashwaratvat, this samsara is vriksha, samsara vriksha. The next line. I think from here we have to start. Up to we have seen. Next line also some few words we have seen. It's a long word, it's a description. Vashakara, in a poetic way, he describes the samsara vriksha as the Ashwatha vriksha, as the trunk, the branches, sub-branches, leaves, flowers, etc. And Vashakara compares that with the samsara. So, in a poetic way, he presents. So it is a one vakyam, and every word is a compound. Nice compounds. Janma, Jara, Marana, Shokari, Aneka, Anarthatmakaha.
Janma jara
Janma
marana shokadi aneka anartha atmakaha.
One word. Okay. So this Janma Jara Varna Shokadi Aneka Anarthatmakaha. What? This Vrikshaha, Samsara Vrikshaha, this Ashwataha, that the tree, that is compared to the Samsara, which consists of Aneka Anartha, not one Anartha. It has got many Anartha. Anartha means problems, trouble. But we don't see Anartha because of Aviveka. Dukkam also sometimes considered to be Sukham. That is our Aviveka. Sukha Dukkha. Sukha Dukkha, Karya Karana, Nitya Anitya. For discerning, we need the Viveka. So, not knowing, not understanding, this is Dukkha Hetuhu. Therefore, people go after various results. Doing various varieties of karmas, they go after various results. These certain things are not changeable, cannot be changed. Like Janma, then Janma is there, Jara is there, old age, Maranam is there, Shokam is there, Dukkam, Shoka, Moha. For Shoka, Moha is the Karana. Also, Vidya. All these things are Anartha. This will not make a person really happy. The happiness also, Sukham also, is seemingly Sukham only. It is not really Sukham. Why it is? Because it doesn't stay for a long time. It is not Nitya Sukham, Nitya Niratishaya Sukham. So therefore, they are Anartha. So Anarthatmakaha, which is of the form of Anartha, the problems of Aneka, of varieties of problems, like Janma, Jara, Varna, Shokadi. So Ashakara shows the defects of this samsara, the vriksha. This defects of this samsara, the nature. It is its nature. Samsara, vrikshasya, swabhavaha. These defects are its swabhava. So therefore, looking upon as the samsara as the source of happiness is aviveka, and it is anartha. It is anarthatmakaha. And also, pratikshanam.
Jnanam
Anyata swabhavaha.
anyatha swabhavaha.
Pratikshanam, every moment. Kshanam prati. Kshanam prati, pratikshanam. Every moment. It is anyata swabhavaha. Swabhava is nature. Anyata swabhavaha is swabhava becomes other. It means it changes. It changes every moment. It doesn't have a particular swabhava. Its swabhava itself is changing. The changing is its swabhava. So change is what is the permanent. So, but what we want is that we don't want, if something is a source of sukham, we don't want that to change into dukkam. We want it to be changed, but it is anyata swabhava, pratikshana, every moment. Every moment it is anyata swabhava. So it is of the nature of changing. Therefore, they are anarthatmakaha. Therefore, they are the source of problems, troubles. Maya, Marichi, Udaka.
Maya marichi udaka.
Gandharva Nagaravat Nagaradivat
Gandharva
Drishta Nashta Swarupatvat
Swarupatvat
Avasane Cha
Avasane cha
Akshavat Abhavat Makaha.
Vrikshavat Abhavatmakaha.
What this samsara vriksha, this samsara is drishta nashta swarupatvat. That which is drishta becomes nashta. Drishta is that which is seen. When it is seen, when it is born, it is seen. That which is born is going to die. That which is born will be gone. So that is its swarupa. So therefore changing. The previous line is said, the previous word, pratikshanam anyata subhavaha. Because drishta nashta swarupatvat pratikshanam anyata subhavaha. Like what Maya, Marichi Udaka, like a mirage water. Mirage water is drishta, but when you go near, it is nashta. So drishta, nashta, swarupa, that is its swarupa of the mirage water. Water is there, but it is not there. Water is seen. It is seen by you. So, therefore, this pratyaksha pramanam also has to be verified. The eyes, the chakshurindriya tells you there is water. But when you go near, the same chakshurindriya gives you the report that there is no water. So, even though it is pratyaksha pramanam, but the pratyaksha has to be re-verified by pratyaksha. Because the swarupa of mirage water is that when you go near, it is not there. Gandharva Nagaradivat, like the city, the clouds, Gandharva Nagaradivat. The arrangement of the clouds, the sky is imagined to be the city of Gandharva, where the different forms of the clouds looks like the city of the Gandharva. The Raja is there, Gandharvas are there, then his armies are there, Sevakas are there. It's all imagined, but it is not there. So, because the clouds do not remain in the same place, it moves. The next moment, the clouds are not there. So, Gandharva Nagaradivatu. So, they are all anitya. They don't stand even for a kshana. Pratikshanam anyata subhavaha. Therefore, that Bhashikara says, Maya Marichi Udaka Gandharva Nagaradivat Drishtanashta Swarupatvat. And what about at the end? Avasane cha Vakshavat Abhavatmakaha. Vakshavat Abhavatmakaha Avasane. Avasane is at the end. At the end, what happened? Vakshavat, like a tree, it becomes Abhavatmakaha, like a tree. It becomes completely gone, completely destroyed. Abhavatmakaha. Abhava is absence. That which is present as is absent now. It means it is gone. This is disappeared. Disappear. Avasana is Viramaha Avasanam. That is, it is end. Avasana is Pralaya. Avasana is Pralaya, dissolution. Avasana, at the end, what happens to this Jagat? Like a Vrikshavat, Abhavatmakaha Bhavati. It completely disappears. How does it disappear? What disappears? This Nama Rupa disappears. That Karanam Brahma doesn't disappear. It cannot disappear. Where it will disappear? When it is all perfect. Then it is the Adhisthana, the Moolam. How that will disappear? that Adhishtanam, the Brahma remains. Everything is resolved back into this Brahma. That is what is Avasana, the Pralaya is. In Vishnu Purana, there are 4 types of Pralaya talked about. 4 types of Pralaya. This Avasana, the dissolution. Nitya Pralaya is the Pralaya, the dissolution, which happens every day. Where does it happen? It happens for the individual, that is for the Jiva with this body, the Shariram. It happens every day when the Jiva enters into Sushupti Avastha, deep sleep. That is a dissolution. In deep sleep, it drops everything. It drops the, not stop, it drops the Vyavahara with the Prapancha, with the Vyavaharika Prapancha, and Pratibhasika also not there, no Supna, the mind also resolved. So the Pralaya happens for the individual in sleep. That is Nitya Pralaya. Every day this Pralaya happens. And every day, the next morning, again the Srishti happens. And Sushupti is also for that day is possible only when the karma for that day is over. When the karma for that day is not over, then sleep will not, the deep sleep cannot be experienced. So deep sleep is also is punyam, gained through punyam. The karma, when the karma for that day is over, then the person naturally gets into pralaya because karma is over. Karma, which is the karanam for the vyavahara during the day, is over. Then the person goes to sleep. The next day, the seed for the next day is the karma which awaits, that manifests, and the person has no choice. He has to wake up. The karma will wake up. The prarabdha, which has to unfold the next day, will wake up the person. Even if the person doesn't want to get up, the karma will wake him up. That is, therefore, this nitya pralaya happens for the individual every day. That is one type of pralaya. The next pralaya is naimittika pralaya. Naimittika pralaya. This pralaya happens for the Prajapati, that is Brahmaji. That is for the total Brahmaji. Brahmaji lives for 100 years. Brahmaji lives for 100 years. What is that 100 year? 100 year is 1 year having like us 365 days. 100 years Brahmaji will live. What is 1 day of Brahmaji? 1 day means daytime and night time. 1 day, that day plus night. The daytime of Brahmaji is 1000 Chaturyuga. And night time of Brahmaji is 1000 Chaturyuga. Chaturyuga, 4 yugas. Satyuga, Dwapara Yuga, Treta Yuga, Kali Yuga. 1 Chaturyuga is equal to 43,20,000 years. Starting from Satyuga, which is 4 lakh, multiplied by 2, that is the next Yuga. Treta Yuga, then Dwapara Yuga, that is multiplied by 3, and Kali Yuga, it is multiplied by 4. So therefore, 1 Chaturyuga is 43,20,000 years. That is day. Similarly, 1 night. That is 1 day of Brahmaji. Like that, Brahmaji will live for 1 year, 100 years. So 100 years he lives. So at the end of the day, that is after 1000 Chaturyuga, he gets into Sushupti Avastha. That is the Pralaya. Pralaya for the total, that is Brahmaji goes to sleep. Then what happens? The Loka, they say this Bhuhu, Bhuvaha, Suvaha, the 3 lokas get resolved. Then Brahmaji goes to Sushupti Avastha. That is Naimittika Pralaya. The Trailokya Nashatmaka, that Pralaya, it is Naimittika Pralaya. That is because of the Brahmaji. individual, the Jiva Pralaya is Nitya Pralaya. Brahmaji is individuals that Manushya, that individual Sushupti is Nitya Pralaya. Brahmaji Sushupti is Naimittika Pralaya, where the three lokas are resolved. And the third Pralaya is Prakrita Pralaya, where what happens, this Karya Brahma, this Karya Brahma, this Jagat, that is which consists of 14 lokas, all the 14 lokas are resolved into the Karanam, that is the Maya, the Prakriti. They are resolved into the Karanam. All the 14 lokas, the lokas are made of elementals, and elementals are made from elements, Panchabhuta. So everything, as it has originated, the same way it dissolves back. Akashad Vayuhu Vayoragnihi Agnirapaha Apa Prithvi iti Prithvyam Oshadayaha iti. The Krama was given in the reverse order. This happens. In the reverse orders, the Prithvi will dissolve back into water, water will dissolve back into Agni, Agni to fire, fire into Akasha, and Akasha into this Prakriti, that is Maya, that is Prakrita Pralaya. This Pralaya is relatively bigger Pralaya. So it's a bigger Pralaya. This is where this and the Pralaya happens. The next creator takes up the position. The last Pralaya is Atyantika Pralaya. Atyantika, the complete dissolution. Complete dissolution. When does it happen? Jnanena, Brahma Sakshat Karanena. Brahma Sakshat Karanena, that Pralaya, that is the dissolution, that is Jnanam. When you wake up to the reality, everything is resolved. Not literally, in your understanding, everything is resolved. That is the Atyantika Pralaya. That is only possible by Jnana. So, Brahma Satyam Jagan Mithya, that Jnana, that is the Atyantika Pralaya. Atyantika Pralaya through Jnana, whereas the other three Pralayas are for that the Nimitta is the Karma. So, the Nimitta, the cause which causes the Pralayas, the first three Pralayas, that is Nitya, Naimittika, Prakrita, is the Karma. When the Karma is there, Srishti continues. When this karma is stops or paused, then Pralaya happens. Whereas the case of Atyantika, Jnanena, that it is resolved. That is by understanding that everything is Mithya. The world continues to be, but it is Mithya. In the first three Pralaya, there is dissolution of the world, and the world will come back also. Punaha bhavati, punaha avibhavati. The world will go to unmanifest. The Srishti, the Jagat, which is manifest, will come to the Srishti which has become unmanifest during Pralaya will become manifest. Whereas in the fourth Pralaya, Atyantika Pralaya, the samsara will not come again. There is no again remanifestation of this samsara. Once it is resolved in your understanding as mithya, it is done forever. So the person becomes free. Muktaha is muktaha, cannot become baddhaha again. Atyantika Pralaya. So therefore here Bhashyakara says Swarupa, this avasanecha vrikshavat abhavatmakaha, referring to the three types of the pralaya. The pralaya for which the nimitta is the karma. Samashti jiva karma. Vrikshavat abhavatmakaha. Then the next line. Kadali Stambhavat
Kadali Sambhavat
Nissaraha
Nissaraha
Samsarasya Asarat. It is Nissaraha. There is no Sara. Sara means the substance. Sara means the substance. It doesn't have substance. It means it doesn't exist of its own. There is no substantial existence. Like what? Like a Kadali Stamba. Kadali Stamba. Kadali is banana, the plantain tree. Stamba, the stem, like the stem of a plantain tree. It doesn't have its Sara. It doesn't have seed. It is Nisara. If you peel, nothing is there. It doesn't have any Sara. So Sara means Nisara means Nirgataha, Saraha, Yasmat Saha. That's from which the Sara is not there. Sara is gone. Sara is not there. Where to go? Where to leave? So this Sara is that which doesn't have Sara. Doesn't exist substantially. Doesn't have existence of its own. Like a Kadali Stambhavatu. Kadali Stambhavatu, Nissaraha. It doesn't have substance. Then Anekashata.
Anekashata
Aneka Shata Pakhanda is a Pashanda also is a. That is another reading also. Aneka Shata Pakhanda
Anekashata Pakanda
Buddhi Vikalpas Padaha.
Buddhi Vikalpas Padaha
Aneka Shata Pakhanda Buddhi Vikalpa Aspadaha. Aspada. Aspada is the, here it is the Aspada means the object. Object of what? Aneka Shata Pakanda Buddhi Vikalpa. Buddhi Vikalpa is the samshaya, doubts. Vikalpa is doubts. Vikalpa, speculations, imaginations, all speculations. Buddhi Vikalpa, speculation of the Buddhi. Anekashata Pakanda. The word Pakanda stands for here the people who do not have Shraddha in the Veda. Therefore, for them, this Vriksha, Samsara Vriksha, is subject to the varieties of speculations. Like the scientists have varieties of speculation for this world. Different theories are presented by them. One theory is negated by the another theory. So all that speculations, they are subject to doubts. All buddhi vikalpa aspadaha. Pakanda, the word pakanda, pati iti paha, Vaidika dharmaha. Tan kandayati is pakanda. Vaidika dharma are to be protected. Instead of protecting the Vaidika dharma, the one who kandayati, who does the kandanam, dismisses the Vaidika dharma, is called pakanda. It means the one who doesn't accept the Veda. It means Nastika people. So, Aneka Shata Pakanda, Aneka Shata Pakanda, Buddhi Vikalpa Aspadaha is this Samsara Vrikshaha. So, Pakanda means by the people, the people who do not have Shraddha in Veda. They are Nastika, Adharmika. Nastika, not be Adharmika, they are Nastika. Astikas are those who have Shraddha in Veda as a pramana. Nastika are those who do not have Shraddha in Veda as a pramana. So, therefore, by their varieties of this, the doubt, the speculations, the debates of this people who are buddhi vikalpa aspadaha, who have this confused understanding, they go just by the logic. They don't accept Veda as a pramanam. Therefore, this samsara vriksha is subject to varieties of contention by this pakanda, by this nastika. The next line, tattva jignasubhihi
Jignasubihi
anirdharitedam tattvaha.
Anirdharitedam tattvaha.
Tattva jignasubhihi. Jignasubihi. Jignasu, the people who wants to know the truth. Jnatum icha jignasa, that desire, that ichuhu, jignasuhu. So tattva jignasubihi. Tattva is the truth. So here it is referring to the astika. That is, who believe in the Veda, as Shraddha in Veda as a pramana. Therefore, Veda pramanya vadinaha. That is tattva jignasu. Veda pramanya vadi taihi. Tattva jignasubihi. Anirdharitedam tattvaha. Tattva, the word is an apumsakalinga. But tattvaha is the, therefore it is a samasa, bhuvigi samasa. Anirdharitam idam iti tattvam. Yasya saha samsara vrikshasya. Yasya samsara vrikshasya saha anirdharitedam tattvaha. Idam iti tattvam. What idam? This idam referring to this jagat. And it is, what is the truth of that? Idam iti, the truth of the jagat. You cannot say this is the truth, because every time it is changing. The swarupa, this jagat is continuously changes. Therefore, anidharitam idam iti tattvam yasya samsara vriksha. Samsara vriksha, you cannot ascertain for sure this is the truth, because the dhamma, that it is just continuously changes. So therefore, anirdharitedam tattvaha. Anirdharitam idam iti tattvam yasya samsara vrikshasya saha anirdhariteti tattvaha. The linga change happens because it is referring to the samsara vriksha. So this samsara vriksha, which cannot be ascertained, clearly. The truth of the samsara vriksha cannot be ascertained as this. Cannot ascertain. Iti, who says? Iti Astika says. Unless you understand what the Veda says. Veda says Tattvam is Brahma. But you are trying to find out the Tattvam of the samsara. If you are trying to find out the Tattvam of the samsara vriksha, then you will not be able to ascertain clearly as this. That is not possible. So therefore, Tattva jignasubhihi anirdharitedam tattvaha iti. So by the jignasu, the seeker of the knowledge, is nirdharitetam, anirdharitam tattva. Or there is another reading also. Nirdharitedam tattva. Only by the knowers or seekers of truth, the nature of the world can be ascertained. This is another reading. If you take it as nirdharitam, nirdharitedam tattvaha, jignasudihi nirdharitedam tattvaha means only by the jignasu, this Vrikshatattvam, the samsara vrikshatattvam is clearly ascertained. As what? This doesn't have real substantial existence. Brahma is the adhara. Iti nirdharitam. Nissaraha iti. Otherwise, samsara is nissaraha iti. Doesn't have sara. That is the tattva, nissaram. Sara of the samsara really belongs to Brahma. Really, it is of the Brahma. So therefore, next line. Vedanta nirdharita parabrahma moola saraha.
Vedanta nirdharita parabrahma moola saraha.
Vedantaihi nirdharitam. Vedantaihi nirdharitam. Vedanta nirdharitam. Vedantaihi nirdharitam. What is nirdharitam? Moolaha is that. So Vedantaihi nirdharitaha. Nirdharitaha. Vedanta nirdharitaha. Vedanta nirdharitam. This Parabrahma. Parabrahmam. Paracha. So Brahmacha Parabrahma. Tadeva Moolaha. Parabrahma Moolaha. That Moolaha eva Saraha. So iti Vedanta nirdharita Parabrahma Moola Saraha. Vedantaihi nirdharitaha. Vedanta nirdharitaha. Vedanta nirdharitam Parabrahma Moolam Paracha. So Brahmacha Parabrahma. Tadeva Moolam. Tadeva Saraha. Parabrahma Moola eva Saraha. Yasya Saha Vedanta Nirdharita Parabrahma Moola Saraha is a compound, Bahuvriki compound. The meaning is the Parabrahma, which is the Brahma, which is Param, highest. That is the Moola, the root. It is ascertained by what? Ascertained by Vedanta, by Upanishad. The Brahma is the Moolam for the Samsara Vriksha. It is Nirdharitam by only by Vedanta, only by Upanishad. As what? This Brahma is the Moolam, the Karanam, and this Samsara Vriksha, this Jagat is the Karyam. Iti Vedantaihi Nishchayena Dharitam, Nirdharitam. It is Nishchayatmakena Vedantaihi Uttam. Vedanta only tells. So without Vedanta, you cannot clearly ascertain the Sara of this Jagat, Samsara Vriksha. Namarupa being Nissara. Therefore, the Sara is Parabrahma. And that is compared to the Moola, the root. The Parabrahma eva Saraha. Asya Samsara Vrikshasya. Iti Vedantaihi eva Nirdharita. The next line, we'll see the next class. Om Purnamadav Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadhaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanta Shanta Shantihi. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.
ಧನ್ಯವಾದಗಳು.
ಧನ್ಯವಾದ ಶ್ರೀ.
ಧನ್ಯವಾದ.
ಹರಿ ಓಂ ಜಿ.